So if you're a real estate investor, stay tuned. This is an awesome video that I'm actually talking about some of the math behind investing and expanding your net worth, passive income. Well, hello everybody, it's Angelo Christian, another awesome edition of Real Estate Insider, and today this edition is actually focused on investors trying to expand their portfolio, increase their returns. So if you're a real estate investor, stay tuned. This is an awesome video that I'm actually talking about some of the math behind investing and expanding your net worth, passive income. You know, everybody's always in the search for yield, trying to increase their cash flow and get that mailbox money. So I always talk about that you want to have your passive income actually exceed your career income. And I'm going to talk about some of the strategies that I've used to help to build my real estate portfolio, and actually how you can buy real estate, commercial properties, investment properties with no money down, get 100% financing, and actually expand your portfolio, because that's the whole goal, right? If you can make X amount of money, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, $1 million a month of passive income, wouldn't that be great? Would that change your whole life around, right? If you could actually make that much income per month while you're sleeping, the goal, the idea behind it is you want to be making money while you're sleeping, right? And that's what real estate does. It's very safe, it's very stable, it's very secure. And most banks, when you try to get a loan for real estate, you put 25, 30, 40% down. It ties up all your liquidity, and then you can't expand your portfolio. And I also talk to a lot of investors, and this is also in response to one of the YouTube comments that we got from Mike Thrasher, who kind of bashed me because he said, hey Angelo, it doesn't make any sense to cash out your rental properties to go buy more rental properties when they're free and clear. And I completely disagree with that statement. So I'm going to show some of the math up here on the board so you can see how it makes a lot of sense. If you're an investor out there and you own properties, maybe you're a developer, a builder, a professional real estate investor, you have a ton of real estate that's free and clear with interest rates at all-time lows. It's extremely intelligent right now to cash out to buy other properties to expand your portfolio and have your tenants pay down that debt. So I want to first talk about one of the loan programs that we use that's very popular. It's a commercial hard money loan with no money down, 100% financing. And I want to go over the math with you guys so you can see how it actually works. So this is for properties that are at least, the loan amount has to be at least $500,000 or higher. So if you're looking to do a deal, whether it's commercial or investment property, and you're trying to do $500,000 or higher, we'd love to talk to you and take you on as a client. It can be nationwide. We look for hot markets, that are very metropolitan, not really rural, and you can get up to 50% financing of the first mortgage. So I'm going to kind of break it down right here so you guys can actually see how this works on the commercial hard money zero down. So I'm going to just right up here so you can watch me. So let's say you find a multifamily, a 4-unit, right? 4-unit for $1 million. And we get these calls all the time. Okay, it's $1 million. If you go walk into your bank, they're going to want 25, 30% down plus closing costs. That's going to be about $300,000, $350,000 out of your pocket. A lot of people, Joe Schmo, me, we don't have that kind of money laying around, right? So how are you going to buy this apartment complex if you don't have the money? Well, we have a program, commercial hard money loan. We're going to give you a first mortgage for 50% equals $500,000. Okay? And then the seller is going to carry a second mortgage for 50% equals $500,000. Okay? So $500,000 plus $500,000 equals $1 million. So now, when you add these two together equals 100% of 1 million, you're able to purchase the property with 100% financing, no money down. We allow seller seconds, guys. If you're in a hot urban market like Miami, Orlando, Austin, San Diego, California, a very liquid market for real estate, we'll give you 100% financing on a hard money deal, right? So it's no money down, it's 100% financing. You can get all your closing costs, all the closing costs included. Closing costs are usually about 10 to 15% of the loan amount of the first mortgage. Now on this program, there's no credit score requirements for you, no debt servicing calculation like a bank requires, no income, no tax returns needed from you, no financials needed on the apartment complex or the deal. It could be a restaurant, it could be a casino, it could be a mall. We don't care. And it's not always going to be up to 50%. Obviously, the hotter markets are. If it's in a place like North Dakota, you only might get 30% loan to value. So, but the idea behind it is to get 100% loan to value to be able to take down the property. Now, this is a hard money bridge loan. It has a 13% interest rate. So the rate starts at 13% rate, right? And it's a 40-year amortization, due in 2 years, principal and interest payment, right? So 40-year am, due in 2, principal and interest, okay? So the idea behind this is just to take down the property. It's not a long-term loan, right? We've done this for bars, restaurants, clubs, it doesn't matter, but at least the purchase price has to be at least $1 million because the first mortgage is for $500,000. We've done it for a resort, all kinds of different properties. It's just to buy the property, okay, buy the deal. We go up to a $20 million purchase price. The minimum purchase price is $1 million, maximum's $20 million. But the investor can buy this property with no money down and get 100% financing. And then the goal is to basically just take down the property, get into position, and you can either negotiate with the seller. You're going to refinance and take out the seller, pay off the seller's second mortgage, and then you can negotiate the terms. For example, how you're going to make your cash flow in the beginning is with a seller second, you're going to negotiate a long amortization, maybe 20, 30, 40 years at a very low interest rate, and then tell them, look, in 6 months to a year, we're going to refinance and take you out, pay you off. So because his rate is so low, your blended interest rate is going to be even lower. So be able to capture cash flows. You can go into the property, get it stabilized, maybe refurbish it, and then boost the rents even higher, and then even collect a higher net operating income, okay? But the idea behind it is to refinance, to go to a conventional or SBA loan up to 90% loan to value. Maybe you can get the seller to forgive some of that second. There's so many things that you can do, but the power of this is that you're able to buy a deal with no money down and get 100% financing. So, it blows my mind that we're one of the only companies that allows seller seconds to 100% loan to value with no skin in the game. So now, there's another zero down program that we offer too for commercial, and a lot of my investors use this too. That I'm part of one of the mastermind realty network groups, and it works a little bit different than this. Let's say you don't want to do hard money. Maybe you just want to do conventional financing. We have a no doc, and all these programs are no doc, guys. No tax returns, no pay stubs, no W-2s. Let's say you don't want to do a hard money loan in the beginning. You want to do more of a better term loan, 30-year fixed with a decent interest rate. We also have a no doc loan for investor cash flow where you can put as little as 20% down and be able to buy a deal, right, with no income verification and get a good interest rate, right? And so I'm going to talk to you about that. So let's say that for this deal, our minimum loan is going to be $200,000 for the investor, because this is for people that a lot of realtors use this program, a lot of professional investors. So on this program here, the investor cash flow, we want to see that the property is at least $200,000 or higher. But you can literally buy a property with no income verification, no docs, just with 20%. You can buy as many as you want. You want 1, 10, 100, 1,000, it doesn't matter. You can buy as many as you want. Apartment complexes. So, but the minimum purchase price or the minimum loan that we really want to do is $200,000. Now there are some requirements for the program. You have to have at least a 640 or higher credit score. With a 640 for this program, it's 25% down. If you have a 660 or higher, it's only 20% down. But it's an investor cash flow. We don't verify your income. You leave your income blank on the loan application. But let me go through this with you. So let's say you want to buy a deal and it's a $300,000 single family home. Okay, single family. You put 20% down. Okay, so that's $60K down. And then you're going to finance $240K, right? You're going to lease this thing out for, $3,500 a month. Okay, you're going to lease it out for $3,500 a month. Now, depending on where your credit's at, I'd say the interest rate, it's all going to depend on where your credit score is. If you have a really high credit, you're going to get a very low rate. Rates on this go anywhere from 5 to 8%. Let's just say in the middle it's 7% at $240,000. Your monthly payment is going to be $1,596 a month, and then your taxes and insurance on a $300,000 home are going to be another $500 a month. So you're going to be paying for this $2,200 per month outflow. Okay, you're paying $2,200 a month. No PMI, no private mortgage insurance, but you're charging $3,500 a month. So you're netting, how much are you netting? $3,500 minus $2,200 is how much? It's $1,300 bucks, right? So you're going to be profiting $1,300 per month times 12, right? Which is about 14,000 and some change. 14K profit per year. Now, you're going to say, Angelo, that's great, I get it, but you made me put 60 grand down. So I don't have another 60 grand to go buy another one. I can't live off of 14,000 a year. I need to be making 100,000 a year off of real estate. But you made me put all the money down for the down payment. What do you do? Right, so this is the strategy. So with this 60K that you put down, after we close on the deal, you're going to go back to the seller and have him carry a second for that 60K. He's going to give you the money back. So now you have the 60,000 back in your bank account, and then you can go buy another property. You see? Isn't that beautiful? So you're going to have the seller give you back the 60,000 and create a second mortgage with him, and then you can buy another deal. So you can multiply this process over and over, because now you have your 60,000 back, right? So you're going to do like maybe a 10-year second with him at a 5% interest rate, have the tenant pay that off. You bought this deal with 0 down. You go on to deal number 2, deal number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah, 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 right? So you could accumulate, let's just say 10 properties in a year times 14,000 a year. Now you're making 140 grand a year of passive income. That's going to exceed your job income. There's real estate investors all over and sellers that are retiring, cashing out. They just want to sell their properties. They're about to go into default, go into foreclosure. You can negotiate a deal with them to carry that second and get the money back and cash flow like crazy. There's opportunities all over Hawaii, California, Florida, the hot markets. The key is you want location. San Diego, Honolulu. You want to be in a hot market, a hot location. You don't want to be in a rural area or anything. Buy a college is really good. Apartment complexes by a college are a very, very good idea. But this is a way on how to buy single family or multifamily properties with no money down, get 100% financing, and there's no limit. It's a private mortgage, so there's no Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac stuff where you're limited to 10 properties. We won't get into any of that. But the whole idea is that if you could have, let's just say that you had, in 10 years, you had 100 properties. I mean, let's just look at it. So let's look at it together. So, and this is obviously a lot different than property flipping. This is not property flipping. This is long-term investing. So let's say you had 100 properties in 10 years. You had 100 properties, and you're going to obviously have a property manager. But let's say that the average one nets you 10K per year. You pay the property, you're going to probably need for this many properties, probably 2 managers. You're going to pay them 150K salary combined, right? So this net is already factored in the taxes and insurance. So that's what is that? $1 million bucks, 1 million income. So you have $1 million bucks of net income, not gross income, net income. But think about what's happening here in the 10-year horizon. Think about this for a second, guys. What's happening to the real estate? Real estate historically appreciates 3% annually, right? So what's happened is that the tenant now has paid down a third of your mortgage debt, not you, your tenant, right? And your property, your equity has increased. Your equity has gone up because, let's say, in a 10-year horizon, a property that you bought for $300,000 could very easily be worth $400,000, right? Even in the ups and downs, recessions, peaks and troughs, you're still going to have a real estate appreciation, right? So if you think about that, after you collected $1 million of income, and you see this, you see people from all over the world, they do this. They even come to America from different countries, they accumulate real estate. So it's amazing. It's a no-brainer. Remember Monopoly? That's what Monopoly's about, guys. So here, if you have $1 million in income minus 150K for your managers that run it, and then let's just say there's miscellaneous repairs, maintenance, stuff like that, another 100K. So now you're netting, you're putting 750K in your pocket, right? So that's $60,000 a month income. That's a total reality. You don't have to be a brain surgeon, a rocket scientist. You don't have to be an actor. Anyone can do this, right? Anyone can do this. So it's not a special, it's not a magic thing if you just go through the math. You got to know the math. You got to pick the right property. But obviously you need to start with one. I'm not suggesting that you go to 100 because you need to see how it all works out. But this is a wonderful opportunity for you to expand your portfolio, grow it, and really become rich with real estate. It's getting rich slow and growing, expanding your portfolio. So wonderful opportunity for you guys out there that are trying to get into real estate and figure it out. Now because of our size, we only take on, larger investors. This is not for like first-time people. So if I'm going to be working with you, it's going to be like you're trying to do $1 million deals or bigger packages. Like we do blanket loans for larger packages. So if you want to talk to me about it or you need to get funding for a deal, we have special no documentation programs to help investors to scale their portfolio. I mean, it really is a ridiculous, insane way on how to create massive wealth over the long term. And if you think about what's happened on these 100 properties, so now the mortgage debt has gone down. And so obviously you can see, let's say that you want to pass this real estate on to your heirs, right? You could pass this on to your heirs. So because what's going to end up happening is that the debt's going to get paid off on these inevitably. So now this 10K per month is now going to go to, we saw that the payment was $2,000 and $1,000 of that was interest. So now that's going to go to, in the long term, 20K per month profit, because inevitably the debt's going to get paid off. So the debt's going to get paid off. So when that happens, this goes from 750 net to 1.5 net. Right? Remember, in Monopoly, you never let go of the properties. It's long-term passive income for the rest of your life, right? Like the building that I'm in right now, this building is in the Galleria, right? It was built in 1978. Okay, the guy that owns this place, he's collecting, there's maybe 100 offices in here. So the average rent's $5,000 a month, right? So he's collecting all that rent income. He built this thing 40 years ago. He's in a hot spot in Houston, Texas. Obviously it depends on what you like, whether it's retail or apartment multi-housing, but this is a great way, and we don't care what it is, as long as it's not owner occupied, we don't care. As long as it's an investment deal, we'll lend on this all day long. So wonderful opportunity, sick way on how to get rich legally, ethically, how to build your portfolio. So if you're an investor, you're trying to expand, grow your portfolio, take it to the next level, and maybe you just have a little bit of money and you're trying to multiply that, figure out the best way how to do it. You don't want to tie up all your cash into one deal. And the other thing is that if you're an investor and you already have properties and they're free and clear, you have a ton of equity, you have to unlock that equity, because if you think about, let's say that you have a property that's worth $500,000 and it's free and clear, right? So let's say you have a property, because I come up to this all the time. This goes back to Thrasher's comment on YouTube saying that it's stupid to take cash out. I like I said, look, if you have a $500,000 property, it's free and clear, okay, and I give you a loan for $350K, I give you 350 grand cash. Right now on this 500K, you're probably collecting $4,000 a month rent, and you're probably netting 50K a year, right? Now, if I give you the 350,000 in cash, and now you can buy 5 more properties with that. So let's just look at this. 500,000 free and clear. After you take on the loan, this 50,000 in net will go to 15K in net profit because you have to pay the debt. So this goes down per property, right? Your net goes down because now you have to service a mortgage. But now you add, let's just say 4 more properties at 15K a pop, 15K a pop, that's 60K of net profit. Okay, so let's look at this. So now you went from making 50,000 with one property to now 75 grand of income. And let's look at this over the long term. This is just in year 1. What about 10 years from now? 10 years from now, now you're going to have even more properties free and clear, or maybe you flip them, right? Maybe that 500,000 went to 700,000. You flipped them, you cashed out 200 grand. So my point to you is that it always makes sense that if you can, to unlock that equity and invest it to increase your ROI. So that's the whole basis of this conversation, is to help investors to expand their portfolio. And I want to be a person of value to help you investors out there so you can increase your ROI, your net income, so you can have a better life. You know, you can help more people, you can do more things with the money, or whatever you want to do. So it's a no-brainer if you understand finance, you understand math, and you're trying to scale your portfolio. So if you're an investor out there, you're trying to do a deal, reach out to me. You can call me at 832-431-6331. I only work with serious investors. They're trying to do larger deals, so reach out to us. If you have questions, you can also click on the chat box below on the YouTube channel. Share this with anyone you know that is an investor that's trying to scale their portfolio, grow it, and they're serious about their career and trying to create passive mailbox income. So call my office at 832-431-6331. My name is Angelo Christian. I've been in the real estate game for over 15 years and helped tens of thousands of people create massive millions and millions of dollars wealth. So love to help you in any way we can. Thank you guys. Take care and peace out. Bye-bye.